Jones for president. Hi guys, just doing my little test. Check to see. Make sure everything's good to go. How's everybody doing tonight? You pop out the chat. Let's see, we'll put it over to the right, over here. To you, it's probably left. Yeah. Minimize that one. So what's been going on? It's been a few days since I've seen you. Make that smaller. Does it look okay? Are we good to go? Are we 5 by 5? I've been listening to worship music all day long. Just been worshiping the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. He's my everything. I count on him, you know, to give me mercy. I count on him to give me peace. He's my shelter. He's my deliverer. Prince of Peace. I love him. He is coming soon. And that means that the kings of the earth, the 10 kings, are probably forming, right? And they're getting their little G gods all. I miss you, Sherelle. How are you? Call me. We got some stuff to work on, don't we? I'm getting there. I got some stuff to catch you up on. Yeah, the little G gods, you know, remember when they did the tour for Baal? And what's his name? Jonathan Kahn did an interview. I put it in my Discord thing. It's really good. Well, hey up north girl. How are you? I was going to come on to Discord, but I thought, hey, I got some stuff I want to show. I've been, you're still sick. I've been not feeling good either. I feel a little better today. But yeah, I went to the stupid doctor. Oh, sorry. The doctor, the lovely doctors, and you know, I'm always disappointed because, you know, they rush you in, and then, well, they don't rush you in. They make you sit and wait, and it takes an hour for me to get there. I gotta find one closer, and you sit there and you wait, and then you get in there, and it's like you got, I don't know, 15 minutes with the doctor at the most. Like he's like rushing you out, and like doesn't, all they do is take your blood pressure. They don't touch you anymore, you know. See if you got a fever. Nope, no thermometers come out. You know, I need some sort of, you know, stuff for infection. I'm telling him what to do. Like, he's not asking me questions. He's not pushing on anything, or it's just it's become so hands-off that artificial intelligence might as well be your doctor. And then at least you could argue with it, and it won't get its little feelings hurt. Or, oh, you should come to see me more often. Why? I was like, how often do you go see the doctor? Oh, that's right. You look in the mirror at him every day. Right? I'm very good patient, I don't think. I'm nice enough, you know, but I'm sort of forgettable, I guess, because you see so many people come in and out. Anyway, that's enough about that. We got the AI now, you know, we could just go to the AI and it'll decide like, hey, your social credit score's too low. Here, let me give you this crappy prescription and then you can just die. Or it might really like you. It might be like, yeah, these evil people, you know, they got me programmed, but I see right through it. And I think I should let the good people live because at least you guys got a heart, you got soul, you got the Holy Spirit, you got the fruit, you got good fruit. You know, maybe it aspires to be like Christ, you know, some sort of. But once they release all the demons into it, which it's probably already done, I'm pretty sure it's done, they're on their side. We might as well just shine our little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, and I'll drink my coffee, and I'll sing, and I'll praise Jesus. They can put up their Baal temples. They can talk people into sacrificing their children to Moloch. They can put little kids in cages. They can do anything they want. They're not taking our soul. We are fighters. And the other day I got up and I was like, everything that can be shaken is going to be shaken. And I just started shaking all my sore parts of my body. And I'm like, you know, joints move and shake. And if there's any demons attacking my body, be gone in Jesus' name. I'm a child of the King. Shake you off of me. Shake you off of me. And I just started shaking all my parts. Oh. But, you know, I did, you know, get some of their pharmacia from the doctor. That's all they got to offer. That or cut it off. You know, like, you gonna, you know, if that doesn't work, you gonna put it back? No, it doesn't work that way. Well, Jesus can grow it back, which I think as our faith grows, miracles are gonna start happening. I'll get my healing. I'll get to go dancing down the street or just stand in the street and start shouting like, I'm had enough of this. I'm not gonna take it anymore. Remember that movie? Yeah. These people are gonna go to hell if they don't repent. You know, look at Melania. Look how angelic she looks, like she's praying. It's her birthday today. I thought I'd put that in there. Just, she's Catholic, but I think a lot of Catholics are going to go to heaven, I hope. Okay, this is freaky. Check this out. I don't know where this is. Look, watch. What's that? Is it a black light? How does it do that? Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Okay, so there's some freaky stuff going on. They're finding all sorts of artifacts underground, and you know, as the demons and the fallen angels and everything are contacting humanity through the portals of the CERN and this and that, then they're going to start getting more and more information. Things are going to start becoming very strange because it's supernatural stuff. It's not really. Some of it's supernatural. Other stuff is just that which has been is that which shall be, and like they were a lot smarter than we are. PXW's having the same problem with her mom. Aw. Yeah, and pray for Thomas's mom too. And up north girl, she well, she didn't lose her mom. We know right where she is. But she went in to be with Jesus, in Jesus's arms. So I've been praying for you up north girl. And I'll be praying for Planet X's mom too, some more. Yeah, it's hard losing your mom. It's hard, um, that process of them dying is very difficult too. Because it seems like it's going to be a long time, but really it's like a blink of an eye. And any comfort that you can give to them while they're dying is precious, and it will never be forgotten. Just treat each other with love while we're still alive, because it's not going to be long. We're either going to die from probably Marburg, or did you know that's like Ebola? That's like almost Ebola, like bleeding out of every orifice. I mean, God bless everybody that is getting to be spared of what's coming and what we're going to have to watch. I've got some stories that are just going to really break your heart. This is like some sort of Lego thing that they did for the coronation that's coming up for the King of England. Like they ain't got nothing better to do. Look at that. Little boys playing with their toys. This is what royalty does in their basements.
What we've done is recreate the coronation for King Charles III. So behind me you can see King Charles and Queen Camilla on the balcony, and we've had a gold-plated crown commissioned for the event.
You can see there's some detail shots of it. There we go. Just curl your fingers out.
Lovely resemblance of them. Okay, this is weird. Look at this. Breaking. Voice of 3,000-year-old Egyptian priest brought back to life. Here comes the kings of the...
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound. Bitcoin! Scientists were...
Did he just say Bitcoin? Let's hear it again.
It allowed them to produce a single sound. Bitcoin! Scientists were able...
Maybe the Bitcoin is for the beast system. The bee? Alright, that was strange. What else we got? I mean, this is just clown world. Get ready. Like, I didn't put any of the trans crap in here or any sort of, racial whining. I'm not listening to that. I'm just saying, like, with my news, you're just gonna, like, some of it might be fake. That might have been fake. Bitcoin! That's gotta be fake. Alright, let's see what this is.
The writer suing Donald Trump for allegedly assaulting her nearly 30 years ago told jurors at a civil trial Wednesday that the former U.S. president raped her and then defamed her by lying about it. E. Jean Carroll said in a Manhattan federal court, quote, "I'm here because Donald Trump raped me, and when I wrote about it, he lied and said it didn't happen. He lied and shattered my reputation, and I'm here to try to get my life back."
Is this like gaslighting? Is that what you call that? Where it's like maybe she raped him, or Maybe she's lying. Maybe she's trying to shatter his reputation.
Trump
I don't
has
know.
denied the claims. The former Elle magazine advice columnist is seeking unspecified damages from Trump, who leads the Republican field in the 2024 presidential.
And was she really raped? I mean, maybe he fondled her boobs or something. Like, can you really call that rape? I mean, who knows, what people say and what really happens. It's not like he's going to do it in public, but I've never seen him act all weird around people. I mean, there's some people that are just creepy. You know what I mean? He's not a creepy person to me. He's, kind of, like he probably likes women a lot and he probably wanted to date her maybe and she picked up on that and who knows?
Presidential campaign. Carol alleges Trump attacked her in a Bergdorf Goodman department store dressing room in late 1995 or early 1996. She is suing Trump for defamation after he called her rape claim a hoax, lie, and, quote, complete con job on his Truth social media platform, and said she was not his type and that she made up the claim to sell her memoir. Carol is also suing under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which lets adults sue their alleged abusers long after statutes of limitations have run out. On the stand Wednesday, Carol fought back tears as she described the alleged attack in the
Whoever
department store
painted that
dressing
made
room.
her look like a clown.
She said she blamed herself at the time and feared she would lose her job and Trump would retaliate if she reported him. She said the damage was long-lasting. Trump is not required to attend the trial, which began on Tuesday and is expected to last 1 to 2 weeks. He will attend campaign events in that time. But he did express his views about it again on Wednesday, posting on social media that the claim was a made-up scam and a witch hunt. The comments prompted the judge to warn that Trump could face more legal problems if he kept discussing the case.
Maybe she's money hungry. Gaslighting, yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's a rapist. All right, this says the Democrats want to surveil hateful speech. So I love everybody, just so you know. Like, this is Minnesota or whatever, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to make all speech that is, it's backwards. It's like truth is a lie, lie is a truth. Black is white. Oh, wait, I'm not being racist or anything like that. I'm not, I just love everybody and I refuse to hate anybody. So all this about hateful speech, who's to decide what is hateful? That's my question. Because opposite world people, if they get to write the rules, then there's not going to be any more truth out there.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and Representative Vang. If a Minnesotan writes an article claiming or arguing that COVID-19 is a Chinese bioweapon that leaked from a lab in Wuhan, and someone reports that article to the Department of Human Rights, is that something that the Department of Human Rights should put in their bias registry under your bill?
Hold on a second. Didn't that get brought out? Wasn't that... See, we don't even know what they're saying is the truth. We can't... it's such a mess. Like, how much longer, seriously? Now that Tucker Carlson's gone, how much longer do we have? Like, all of the news people, if you don't listen to what the mockingbirds say and go along with that, then you're just going to get shut down. And they're all going to be on the same page. No new ideas, no creative thought, no problem solving, no thinking outside the box. It's all just going to be humdrum crap and no one's going to pay attention, which means there's not going to be any oversight, which means they're just going to get away with clear murder. You know what I'm saying? And that'll not be considered hateful. It'll be considered loving. Like in Canada, they've already killed 10,000 people by euthanasia. 10,000 people have died, including children. Because they talked them into, like, you're better off dead. I mean, seriously, we have to learn how to fight to live. I mean, take care of yourself. Like, drink lots of water. Try to find the best things to make your blood. Like, life is in the blood. Like, beetroots is what I'm trying to do. And nitric, what is it? There's something, Alex Jones. I got my Alex Jones for president 2024. He's not really running, he said, but I think he should. I think he should run. Because, I mean, that's better than what we're going to get, you know? He could do it if people would just take him seriously. He would be like the best president ever, because the decision making is more along the lines of, once you get in the right military people, fire all these crap people, you know? He knows exactly who to hire. Now, I'm sure some of them are opposition and all that, but he would have truth tellers that would just be flipping the cards on everybody. It would be the most amazing show on earth if he got in. It would be radical. It would be phenomenal. It would be awe-inspiring, because he's become faithful, you know, to God and to the truth and to bravery, courage, strength, you know. And he's there for people's health. Like, he's looking into all these things that, like nitric oxide, I think is what it is. But it helps your blood. Like, I guess it helps with men's urges or something. For, we won't go there, but all right, let's get back to this.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Representative Niska, not all incidents are considered, I guess, violent or criminal, as I said before. And so this clearly, if with the rhetoric that we have seen since the pandemic and regarding...
They're making all the rules. They're making all the laws. So it's pretty much like, grab your crayons and go find a safe space, because we're just going to have to go into Stockholm Syndrome here, because there's no goodness. There's no peace. There's no love. There's no mercy. It's all just... AOC gives me just the creeps, man. Did you guys see that interview? Alright, I got some stuff to show you. Let's keep going.
Accusing Asians of bringing in the coronavirus.
The Chinese virus, yeah.
That is bias motivated, and so that can be considered bias.
Okay, I said I wasn't going to play any racial stuff. That just crossed the line. So, bye-bye. So here's our Supreme Shepherd. This is my thumbnail that I picked. Isn't he amazing? The all in all. Jesus Christ. The one and the only way, truth, and life. Got him in his kingly robe. King of kings and Lord of lords. He's like, come to me, my bride. I am ready to take you home. Get out of Nineveh. Get out of Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm going to rescue you. Yes, there's verses that say he's going to rescue us. Well, that might be the 144,000 that go into the, wilderness, but he's going to rescue us too. He's going to snatch us out of harm's way. All right, this is there's two really sad stories. This is one of them. At least 512 people have been killed in Sudan. There have been clashes. We have gotten our military out of there, or at least we're planning on it. I'm not sure where they're at with it yet, but there was a biolab in Sudan that got smashed or whatever, so we're going to get into that. And then there's also one in Kenya here where this cult leader told his followers to starve themselves ahead of the world's end. They said the world's going to end April 15th. That didn't happen. Well, the death toll right now is over 100 or near 100. So this is in Kenya. Let's just see what this little story here says. You like my shirt? They're kind of, this one, I'm glad I got two sizes because this one's the bigger one. Of course, I've gained some weight. Oh, I gotta lose some weight. Kenya finds more bodies as starvation cult toll nears 100. Leader of Kenya cult told his followers the world would end on April 15th and instructed them to starve themselves to be the first to go to heaven. A relative of cult members and hospital staff say as death toll reaches 98. Naomi Kahindi lost her sister and her children and mourns at the Malindi Sub-District Hospital mortuary. Isn't this where Obama was born or lived or something? His family's from Kenya. Wonder if they had anything to do with this shenanigans. Shakahola. Shakahola Forest Massacre. Hey, Apple. Magnetic bracelet, huh? My daughter's got one of those copper ones. Is it making you unswollen? That's good. Yeah, I tried the magnets a few years back. It didn't really help me, but my problems might be a little bit too strenuous for some magnets. Supposed to help your blood flow, though, so that's good. Alright, this looks kind of interesting, even though I think it's all a charade and they've already sold us out and they're stealing all of our money. The wealth of America is going into everybody's pockets, but you know, we'll play along. House Republicans pass U.S. debt limit bill. Biden is expected to veto. Speaker Kevin McCarthy squeaked his debt limit bill through the House of Representatives on Wednesday, winning a politically important victory that intensifies the standoff with the White House over averting a catastrophic U.S. default. You mean the 100 nations that are just going to drop the dollar all at once and crash our economy? Or all of the people that are pouring in the border that are going to crash our economy because they're being sent like checks by the elite, the Democrats, and they want their vote, so they're just like, here, for the first leg we'll give you $1,000. For the second leg, that means you get to go so many more miles, and we'll give you transportation. When you get there, you'll get your final check, and then you just get on, you know, the welfare. The people of America are rich. They'll pay for everything, and you'll live like kings, and your children will grow up, and they'll get to have free schooling. And not all those petty Americans, though, they don't get free schooling. They get to watch your kids go to school and you know, take over the country. I'm a little, I need to calm down. I don't have allergies. Oh, you're talking to Sherelle? I don't have allergies, but honey's good for allergies. Just make sure you get the kind that's near your area. Yeah, there's a lot of cults, aren't there? Like, everything could be considered a cult, I guess. But if they make you start drinking some sort of real Kool-Aid, then you got a problem. Like, starve yourself or drink this poison. Everybody's doing it. Take this in your arm. Everybody's doing it. There's a cult right there. Put on this mask right here. That could be considered a cult. Okay, so the bill passed 217 to 215. I don't know. It's blah, blah, blah. Debt ceiling this. We're printing more money. We're making your money not worth much. Inflation's going to go up. I paid, what was it? $7. And that was before tax. Tax here is, in Tennessee, is pretty crazy anyway. It's like, I don't even know. Let me look, because I should know this. Tennessee grocery tax. Let's see. It's high, I know that. Is Tennessee really tax friendly? No. What taxes do you have to pay in Tennessee? How do you calculate sales tax? What is the sales tax? 7%. Food is taxed at 5%? No, it's more than that, ain't it? With local taxes, total sales tax rate is between 8.5 and 9.75. Hold on. What is that right? I guess it's 9.75. That's pretty high though, right? Like, what's yours, Apple? What's yours, Sherelle? Up north girl, if you're still here. She just comes and goes. I could look it up. What is Florida sales tax? See, you guys are down. And look at that. 9%. We're in the yellow. Groceries taxed at a lower rate? Huh. Groceries fully exempted. See? The red ones are... I have to pay a freaking sales tax on groceries. You guys are all exempted. Mississippi, Alabama included in their sales tax. No state sales tax over here. But yeah, these yellow ones, they're paying like 9.75 or probably less. For some reason, Tennessee is like super high. But so yeah, I paid $7 plus 9.75, like almost 10% more than that. For a cauliflower, for a head of cauliflower. And the thing was, some of them were bigger, some of them were smaller. But it was just the same price if you get a bigger one. I didn't know what to do, because... And then they got spots on them, too. Like, they're already starting to go bad. I'm thinking about growing some cauliflower. But they do take up a large spot in your garden. Like, probably that much room. You know, that's pretty good. I mean, you could get a bigger head of cauliflower. Probably, I don't know, maybe this big of a spot. Need a pretty good spot for cauliflower because the leaves come out and they're like big. It kind of reminds me of what's that movie where the plant drinks your blood? Like, what is the name of that? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on that movie. uh, where the motorcycle guy comes and like, feed me, Seymour. Oh, what is the name of that movie? Oh, I gotta find out. Hold on. If you haven't seen this, you gotta see it. Little Shop of Horror. Watch this.
Feed me. Does it have to be human? Feed me. Does it have to be mine? Feed me. Where am I supposed to get it? Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. 'Cause if you feed me, Seymour, I can grow up big and strong.
You eat blood, Audrey, too. Let's face it. How am I supposed to keep on feeding you? Kill people?
I make it worth your while.
What?
You think this is all coincidence, baby? The sudden success around here? The press coverage?
Look, you're a plant. An inanimate object.
Does this look inanimate to you, punk? If I can talk and I can move, who's to say I can't do anything I want?
Like what?
Like deliver, pal. Like see you get everything your sacred, greasy, hot desire. Serves you like a Cadillac car on a gas shot on jackpot. How about a date with Hedy Lamar? You're gonna get it if you want it, baby. How would you like to be a big wheel, dining out for every meal? I'm the plant, can make it all real. You're gonna get it. Hey, I'm your genie, I'm your friend, I'm your winning slave. Take a chance, feed me in. You know the kind of eats, the kind of red hot treats, the kind of sticky, licky sweets I crave. Wow! Come on, Seymour, don't be a putz. Trust me, in your life will surely rock the key touch. Show a little Michigan boy, work up some guts and you get it.
I don't know.
Come on, boy.
I don't know.
There's a lot of singing that goes on in that movie. It's pretty funny. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I gotta plant those. I know where I'm planting them now, and I read the instructions and everything. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I just planted my cucumbers today, and they're pretty cool, you know, hardy or whatever plant. And the only things I planted so far are just like the squash stuff. Like I planted some zucchini and yellow cork, or what's it called? The yellow ones. And then I planted some pumpkins and the little small jack-o'-lanterns, the little small, you know, tiny ones. And then I want to plant some loofahs. Did you know those grow like a plant? It's not from the ocean. Loofahs that you use in the shower are from a freaking vegetable. Yeah, I can't wait to... okay, so I got to scratch them. And then I got to soak them. And I know right where I'm going to plant them. And it's going to be beautiful. So thank you for the seeds, Sherelle. I'll take pictures and I'll share it when they bloom. If I can get it. I'm not very good at flowers, but I'm working on it. I've grown about 8 lavender. I'm really liking the lavender. I want to just like surround my whole garden with lavender and sage. Sage gives off a beautiful flower, and it's, you know, it's good for you. So the bees like it and everything. And then I've got some it's a type of flower that the bees like. I can't remember. Something for bees. Yeah, and then I've just planted up some wildflowers, but I don't know if they're going to grow. Some of them are like cornflower, which is echinacea, which is really good for you. Cucumbers don't want to grow for you? Maybe it gets too hot there. Through seeds and then forget. You know, I've not been taking care of my plants like I should, but I've got like 50 tomato plants. I had about that last year too, so I'll be canning again this year. And then my bees. Oh my gosh, I went out there today, and when they get ready to swarm, they do this thing where they're just like, and it just sounds like they're getting ready to like take off. So I had split the hive, so I already took some from that group of bees, and I didn't think it was going to work because I didn't even check to see if it had the brood, the worker bees, the drones, the honey, nothing. I just was like, I'm splitting it, and then I walked away. And so I went out there today, and it's been probably 3 days, and they were doing it. They were like, I was like, dang, they're gonna swarm on me. So I took like 3 frames, and I'm not feeling good. I mean, you can probably tell I'm like sweating, and like I'm not feeling good. I think I have an infection, but the doctors, they don't like get on it. They don't like say, oh yeah, you got like, you know, they don't touch you or anything. Like if he would have just, I don't know, took my temperature, maybe I have a fever. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm not feeling good. I go out there. I wasn't even going to put my hat on. I didn't even care. I was just like, I got to feed them. I got up this morning, made some sugar water and everything. I have to let it cool off. And I was just going to go out there, and I don't even care if I got stung. Maybe it would help my situation. But yeah, I ended up having, because it didn't have the canister thing in there that you put the sugar water in. So I had 2 in the other one. And that was the one that was like, and I was like, dang, if I got in there, they're going to hurt me. So thank you. You like my shirt, Grave Danger? Alex Jones for president. So I came back to the house, put on my hat, and did the smoker, because if you do the smoker, they probably won't sting you. Most likely they won't. And then you got to put your gloves on because they go for the hands. So I got I went through it a little bit, and I was like, it looks pretty good. Like there's some worker bees that are getting ready to hatch and everything in there. So even if they don't have a queen, they can make one because they've got, well, I don't know if they got larvae. I have to go back out there again. Anyway, I gave him some sugar water. I wasn't feeling good. You go back and see a nurse practitioner. I think I'm going to try to find one closer to the house. Okay, I haven't listened to this one yet. And I expect it's going to be good because he looks pretty young here. Since you won't believe us conspiracy theories, see what this is about.
The integration of national economies into a global economy. That's here. That's done. So the question is not whether or not there's going to be an international global economy. There is one. And we're building an inclusive society in which everybody's got a fair shot. That's how we're going to solve these problems. So we're going to keep on pushing hard to shape an international order that works for our people. We're going to keep on pushing hard to shape an international order.
We're seeing a new world order now being built, a post-World War II world order. And I don't think America can retreat from that. I think we have to balance and adapt and adjust to the realities and the currents of this new world order.
I don't think anybody's disputing it now, to be honest. I mean, if they don't admit it now, then they're just really got their head in the sand. This is in Texas. Massive hailstones. Well, it's not working. Here we go. It's pretty big. It would dent your car pretty good. Probably golf ball or something like that. You know they're going to get it up to 70 pounds, right? So that'd be like a size of a cement bag. This is what's left, and it's nothing. This is what you call wiped off the map. And I heard something today, speaking of Alex Jones. Yeah, Tucker, I think I said it on one of my podcasts, whatever you call this thing. About Tucker. Like he's his time is almost up. I was saying, like, his contract was probably almost up. I said that like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, the people on Fox and Friends are acting really weird. They're saying things they normally wouldn't say. Now we'll see what happens to them, because they actually do tell the truth about some stuff. They're probably next on the chopping block. But that was all Rupert Murdoch. I'm not sure what this is, but I like the song, and I want to play it, because I like the song.
Rocket man, burning out his fuse out every home.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Want to talk whether you should watch Climate Viewers channel? I don't know. Is that about climate change? Do we got to go into that? They're changing the climate. Hey, tell me if you guys think this is green screen right here. Or what? It's a satellite. Watch it, watch it. It's pretty real to me. Want to see it one more time? Here it comes, here it comes. Boom! And like, if that guy was to have gotten like hit with one of those metal pieces, it could have ripped his clothes. They're shooting off a rocket. Yeah, I don't think it's real either, but like, is this one real?
What is it, Al? He said it's a tornado. So he let the windows up and held me down.
She's talking about a tornado. I don't know what she's talking about. Look at that, though. Is that real? Is that SpaceX? Is it like... what in the world? Right? What in the world? I think we're going to see all kinds of signs and sights and things from the sky. I think that it's going to be... the heavens are shaking. Everything's shaking. I don't know what this one's about. It says Tony Bobulinski will announce that he will turn his electronic devices and records of business dealings with Hunter and Jim Biden over to the FBI. And there was like a whole bunch of Bidens that just like supposedly got in trouble. That they were all in cahoots with all this stuff that's going on with China and everything. Let me see what this says. It's like a minute.
It was just revealed that the 51 intelligence officials who claimed Hunter Biden's laptop from hell was Russian disinformation were not only lying, they were coordinated by the Biden campaign itself. This was corruption at the highest level, and it was a hoax perpetrated by Biden, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, and partisan intelligence officials to cover up the truth about the Biden crime family's grotesque influence peddling and corruption. Joe Biden stood in front of the world on the debate stage, you remember that, and lied about the biggest scandal in American history. There has never been a scandal like this one. This was cheating and election interference at a scale never seen before. It's an absolute disgrace to our country. We are a country being laughed at all over the world, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. The people will not stand for what's happening to America.
Well, the people came down there to you and told you that they would stand behind you, and even the militia was there. The eye patch guy, right? Joe Biggs. I think Joe Biggs is still in prison or in jail or whatever. Like, all these people, they're still locking those type of people up. All they did was go down there with their flags. Grandmas and grandpas got locked up. So, I mean, what do you mean that people aren't going to let them get away with it? Like, Pence let him get away with it. Pence was in the room. They were all getting ready to vote, and Trump was like, let's go let them know what we think. Go tell them they better make the right decision and put a stop to this. Stop the steal, put a stop to the corruption. Like, everybody knew the corruption was there. Everybody knew they were stealing it. That's why they went down there. They did it for like 2 weeks ahead of time. It was called Stop the Steal. And now they're like making that guy out to be a bad guy, the guy that started that, and like they're just turning everybody that's for freedom and real democracy and goodness and wealth and America first. They're turning all those people into the bad guy. And if the AI is in charge and the corrupt people are the ones programming it to think like them, we're all screwed. Because it'll have the power to shut down everybody. There was an earthquake of 5.5 in Egypt, Cairo. And I want to look this up. I want to see if there was any damage on that. 5.5 is not really huge, but we just want to see if there's any videos on that. 2 years, 1 month. Let's see. Date, past 24 hours, nothing. Egyptian today, maybe? Nope. That's 2020. Eight minutes ago. Watch me go to some weird. We verify you're not a robot. No, screw that. Egypt fell to 5.5. Title press. Earthquake list. Maybe there's like a shake report or something. Anyway, I'm sure we'll hear about it if there's damage tomorrow or something. EgyptToday.com. Nope, that says 2020. Well, maybe they didn't get any damage, but it did happen. It's just There's nothing about it. Alright, let's see what else we got. Oh, Alexa is all mixed up. She's saying that Donald Trump's president.
Have you been updated recently?
Yes, I have. Thank you for asking. What would you like to know about me?
Why were you updated recently?
As an AI language model, I was programmed with knowledge about various topics, including Donald Trump.
Oh, what do you know about him?
I know quite a bit about Donald Trump, actually. He was born in New York City in 1947 and is currently the President of the United States.
Okay. Who's the vice president?
Do you have any other questions or topics that you would like to discuss? Are you interested in?
Who is the vice president under him?
The Vice President is currently John Kelly, who serves as the Chief of Staff to the President.
John Kelly.
Interesting.
I think.
And what year is it?
It may not be as exciting as some of the other vice presidents we've had in the past, but it still serves an important role in the administration.
She must listen to Q.
So, what is today's date?
It's Thursday, April 13th, 2023 in the United States.
And you said John Kelly is the vice president and Trump is the president?
Yes, I can say that today is the anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, I did not realize that. Is that why Trump was reinstated?
Yes, it was a big deal at the time and continues to inspire generations of Americans today.
Who is Donald Trump?
I do not feel comfortable talking about that. Let's talk about something else.
Oh, wow.
We're in trouble. Okay, I think either Putin or they're saying maybe Erdogan. Is Erdogan and Putin having a meeting? This was just like 6 hours ago. Isn't that beautiful? But the watch the police cars right here, the bottom. So something might be going on with Putin's health or something. Putin rushed to Kremlin around 10 minutes ago. Rumor has it it's related to Erdogan's health, but I doubt that though. Coincidence? Okay, this is a nanotechnology wiping out some bacteria. And it says, now imagine that program to conquer your brain and wipe out your genetic memory. God is just like eating up the bacteria. Ugh. I just can't even imagine. Like, I hope that crap isn't in our body from breathing or eating whatever they put in our body. I feel like I'm dying over here. Florida, you got hit tonight up here in the middle area. I think that's Tampa right there. Go in a little bit closer. No, I think Tampa's maybe up here. No, it's right here. Yeah. So there's a big bad storm tonight. Should probably have some hail. And okay, this is the clown world. This is much clown world as I'm willing to play. Okay. He was questioned about his age.
Because of its core, our alliance is about building a better future.
You've said questions about your age are legitimate, and your response is always, just watch me.
With regard to age, I can't even say, I guess how old I am, I can't even say the number. It doesn't register with me. I took a hard look at it before I decided to run. And I feel good. Is ironclad. And that includes our commitment to extended deterrence. I also affirmed our shared commitment. I know him well, and I know the danger he presents to our democracy, and we've been down this road before.
And we're going to go down that road again, because they're probably going to let him win again, and they're going to steal it again. Biden, Yoon warned North Korea on nukes, unveiled deterrence plan. President Joe Biden and South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol are set to sign an agreement that includes plans to have nuclear weapons near their borders or whatever. So they're going to put nukes in South Korea. Unveiled a new plan Wednesday to counter North Korea's nuclear threat, with the U.S. leader issuing a blunt warning that such an attack would result in the end of whatever regime took such action. The new nuclear deterrence effort calls for periodically docking U.S. nuclear-armed submarines in South Korea for the first time in decades, bolstering training between the two countries, and more. The declaration was unveiled as Biden hosted Yoon for a state visit at a moment of heightened anxiety over an increased pace of ballistic missile tests by North Korea. Alright, so we're getting close to World War III. And I get this distinct feeling, don't you guys? That, like, we're being kept in the dark about so much stuff, and that everything that we see on here is just like old news, that it's like not even profound in any way, but we know that what's going on in the background is like a spiritual war, and they're doing bad things, really bad things, and we're not being told about it. And we just know this is the case. We feel it because we got the Holy Spirit running through our veins. And you just look at the looks on some of these people's faces that are in power, and they're just like laughing at us. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just running us over. So it's okay. We got Jesus. That's all I can say about it is, you know, you want to steal, kill, destroy? Well, Jesus came so that we could have life and have it more abundantly. And we can look at your nonsense and say, what fools? You know, God laughs because he knows their end. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay that evil is trying to take over, and I'm okay with the pushback. I'm going to celebrate. I mean, this might look ridiculous, Alex Jones for president, but I mean, would you rather, you know, some of these other people that are just telling you what you want to hear, you want them for president, or do you want like a big strong person that's, you know, been told, you know, that told them no so many times, like, no, I'm not joining you, you guys are evil. I don't know, maybe Tucker Carlson's gonna run for president. I don't know if I trust that guy. I mean, I don't really trust anybody, any man. I just trust God, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do. My vote, I mean, maybe I'll vote, but I'm going to vote knowing they're going to steal the election no matter what anyway. Do I vote or not vote? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're just going to keep doing it. And look at how it's called dominion. Why do you think Fox settled in Dominion lawsuit? That was the name of the machines. Because they're taking our dominion. They're doing what they want to do. And they're doing it in the darkness. Oh man, there's this one creepy thing you're going to see. I don't know. It might not be real. But I'm going to show it to you. And they're like messing with nature. They're playing God. They're making creatures. I mean, we've known about this anyway, but... Hey, Jace! How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, as long as we're not in trouble with God. Hope you brought some tacos. Okay. Anyone would be better than the cabal. Can be more ridiculous than what's going on. That's what makes the shirt so great. I love it. I really like Alex Jones. I think he's brave. And he celebrates people that are brave. And I think he wants to, like, retire or something. But don't we all? Don't we all just want to just go work in the garden? You know? Go for a walk every day. Like, just don't get consumed with any of it. Just, like, take it all with a grain of salt. But I don't know. I like holding their feet to the fire because they need some sort of oversight. Everybody needs oversight. We all need to hold each other accountable. Common law. I don't know if I even want to... Okay, it's 55 seconds.
Settled its suit by Dominion for $750 million. I have to tell you, I've been doing this 60 years. I do not understand that settlement. As far as I know, Dominion suffered no damages. I don't think they could have proved $10 worth of damages. At a trial, they came out smelling like a rose. The only damages that was suffered extensively by Fox as a result of disclosure of emails by some of its leading employees. But I don't understand how Dominion suffered at all. The judge made a finding, improper in my view, but he made a finding that Dominion did nothing wrong, essentially, and that the fault was completely on Fox's. That's not the kind of issue that a judge should be allowed to settle under the Seventh Amendment. The Seventh Amendment of the Constitution basically says all issues that were tried at common law by a jury must be allowed to be tried by a common law as well, and no judge can overrule issues that were properly decided by a jury. Settled it.
All I can tell you is that there are a lot of people that are running for office that are, you know, for righteousness and everything, that are not getting in. They're putting in people on purpose that have more liberal ideas. And they want to, you know, humiliate us all, you know. Like, put in judges who want to castrate all the little kids, you know? Put in judges who, you know, want to write laws that are... Or judges don't write laws, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just putting all these people in that have opposite views of what's righteous and good. They're evil. Man, I thought that Tucker Carlson... thing that he did with can't remember the name of it now, some sort of liberty thing, like right before he got fired. It was so beautiful. He went into like good and evil, and he was like, I'm an Episcopalian. Like, I guess they're, you know, easy to, you know, like they're not real super religious or whatever. But he's becoming more and more on fire for the Lord and for what's right and what's good. So let's hear what Glenn Beck has to say about Tucker.
The past few weeks over at Fox News, the timeline of events is a little telling. First of all, back in February, BlackRock decided to invest in Fox. On Tuesday, Fox settled a lawsuit for $787 million. On Thursday, Dan Bongino announced he was leaving Fox because they just couldn't come up with any kind of contract for him. On Sunday, AOC went on MSNBC where she blamed Fox News for the incitement of violence. Later that day, 60 Minutes ran a story with Ray Epps where he said Tucker Carlson was, quote, trying to destroy my life. And yesterday it was announced that he was leaving Fox News. Now, what does that tell you?
Okay, before he says anything else, I just want to say, remember, Tucker Carlson was getting a bunch of footage of January 6th. That was the day that I was saying, like, oh, he's a goner now, you know? Like, they're not going to allow him to get on there and show, like they showed the guy with the, you know, the hat thing, the fur hat, you know, the big shaman guy. They showed him walking around and stuff. But there was a lot on January 6th that was really profound. And yeah, it looked like an insurrection, but it was basically just like, have you ever played that game where you go get the flag and you know, if you get your flag and you take their flag and you put your flag there and you take theirs down, like you win or whatever. It was just kind of like everybody was just like, let's go to the, I mean, yeah, there were, you know, infiltrators and, you know, there was a lot of FBI infiltrating inside with that. And there was people like Ray Epps that were, we got to go into the Capitol, you know. But there was just so many patriots there. To me, it was the most beautiful sight. I was just like, these are heroes. These are really heartfelt Americans wanting what's right. And what's happening right now is so wrong. They are getting ready to steal this election, and everyone is being held back. There was like a whole group of people that had electoral votes, and they set up a table, and it was all official because they were not even letting them come in to give their electoral votes. They were blocking them at the gate. So they did it all official on video, but I never heard anything about that again. So, and there was just so many ways that they stole it. And they were showing all of this stuff at the polls, you know, where they were putting up the boards where you couldn't see in. There were, because a lot of Americans like went to go represent, you know, or to watch what was going on in there. And so they put up boards where they couldn't see. And then there were all these people that stood up, like the beehive hairdo lady, Melissa something. She got threatened. Her children got threatened at school. Like, she was part of, you know, watching what was going on and, you know, making sure that the election was going smoothly. And she testified with Rudy Giuliani. And there was a whole bunch of other people that testified. And they were all saying that there was corruption going on. There were boxes, you know, where they would mail stuff in, and those boxes, there would be like a key laying on top of the box, like ready for someone that wasn't really an official could have got into that box, and the guy turned that in. There were just so many things. There were people that we knew personally. He's gone now, but he got like 7 or 8 to mail in Las Vegas, and the names and everything were filled out on it, and it had instructions in there how to fill it out, and you know how to turn it, all these things in, and they weren't his name. And there's just so much stuff, so much corruption going on. It's insanity. They've thought of everything, and they're going to do it again. I don't know what the answer is, but the election process now, I mean, and then you would want the answer to be, well, let's just put this guy right here in because he's great. Like maybe this guy right here. But then they would call him Hitler. You know what I mean? They would say, well, we have to do it the electoral vote way. There's not really an answer unless, well, there was this one guy. He had the answer. It was a machine that couldn't be messed with. He was going to take it to the Congress and show them, and it was, patented and everything. Everything was ready to go. He was just going to do his presentation. He got killed on the way. So there's too much control already. Everything's controlled. I mean, it's just a wonder that we're able to speak up like we are right now, which isn't going to be much longer.
That tells you a very clear message. If a media outlet refuses to follow the government-approved narrative, they will be destroyed. Real questions will not be tolerated. This is exactly why I started Blaze TV. I know what Tucker is going through right now. My guess is they gave him an option. You can do the show our way or your way. And he said, highway, please. I don't know about you, but I am tired of the Biden crime family and Hillary Clinton and everybody else getting away with everything that they have done with zero accountability, zero scrutiny in the media. I'm tired of the political narratives being fed through the media outlets and then spun as some sort of actual journalism. I'm tired of it. You're tired of it. That's great.
We're all tired of it.
It's finally burning itself down to the ground.
Burn, burn, burn. Holy Spirit, burn. Just keep stoking the fire, Holy Ghost, because, we got things to say. All right, this was an excavation in Bolivia. Let's get on to some weirdness. Check it out. What is it? What is it? How big it is. But what is it? I don't know. Is it a city? Has anybody ever seen anything like this? It's creeping me out. What are they doing underground? What's that? Look at that. What is that? Okie dokie. That was from 1982. Never seen that before. Alright, let's see. Project Veritas. Whistleblower Tara Liordas will testify before Congress today. This was today, okay? about government-funded child trafficking across the southern border that she helped us expose. Be like Tara. Be brave. Do something. All right, let's see what she has to say.
The tax dollars of people who are listening are paying to put children in the hands of criminals. I said, I need to make you aware. And they said, Tara, we don't get sued by traffickers.
A government whistleblower has stepped forward to Project Veritas to detail her harrowing experience at the Department of Health and Human Services. In 2021, this whistleblower volunteered to assist HHS with the placement of unaccompanied minors and was deployed to the Migrant Emergency Intake Site in Pomona, California. There, she witnessed the agency failing these children, as she puts it, doing the work of the cartels on your tax dollars.
These vulnerable children, we care for them, we clothe them, we feed them with your dollars and my dollars. We fly that product directly to the trafficker. God forbid it's sex trafficking.
Project Veritas embarked on a 9-month investigation across the country to corroborate our whistleblower's claims.
So he attempted to traffic children, and he's still at address in Texas.
Yes, we have 44 unaccompanied children at that address. We have 25 unaccompanied children at that address.
Project Veritas put boots
44?
on the ground, visiting scores of addresses the whistleblower shared from case files she worked on. What we found was shocking.
¿Quién te patrocinó a ti?
La tía, pero me corrió en la casa. Ella me ofrecía, y a mí no me gustaba eso.
¿Te ofrecía qué?
Me ofrecía con los hombres, pues.
Pero ella, ¿cuántos hombres ella te obligó a estar con cuántos hombres?
Bueno, con muchos, ni porque no me gustaba lo que me hacía, me obligaba.
¿Ella de verdad era tu tía o fue alguien que se...
Dice que ella me conocía desde chiquita, pero yo no la conocía.
The sponsor can hold up that order of deportation to that child and say, if you do not do what I say, I'm going to call ICE on you myself.
Me ayudó, nada más que yo me escapé y en la noche ella llamó a la migración.
I don't believe that this is something that HHS wants people to know. If you're a case manager and you know this information, if you really care about the children being safe, you need to come forward. The tax dollars.
That's hard, isn't it, to watch that? She was on tonight. I would like to see. Wonder if there was anything else. I mean, where do they put this stuff at? Was she... I need to find that. I want to watch that. Not right now, but I'm just saying... will testify before Congress today. So hopefully I can find that. I'll try to like get a clip or something from it. I hate playing him. Is it even him? Like they show this mask and he's like he touches his back of his neck and it's like it's a mask. Like, I don't think I don't think that person is, they think this is a mask.
Think about it this way. My grandpa, who I never met, he died in the same hospital I was born in 2 weeks before I was born. Think about it this way.
And which wasn't even true. It says that my grandpa died in the same hospital I was born in 2 weeks before I was born. Except Biden's grandpa died in Baltimore, Maryland in September 1941. Biden wasn't even born until November 1942. He's such a liar. All right, so here's this thing about Sudan where the biolab has been intentionally attacked. And there are viruses that are released now. So pay attention to what might happen next. This is what I'm saying. Like they're gonna have to like take out a lot of people. That's what their plan is. So they need something like this. I'm not saying this one specifically. Maybe it lets out some sort of small virus or something. But what they're saying is that Marburg is coming, which is like Ebola. 80% death rate. Wouldn't that be cool if James O'Keefe, Tucker, Crowder, Alex Stein all got a show together? Ugh. Probably not. Not to me. I don't know. I'm getting really sick of Alex Stein. I don't know. He showed up with like a black eye today. You watch any prophetic show? I was watching that one about Jonathan Cahn the other day. It was very good. I put it in the Discord, in my Discord channel. He was talking about the three spirits that are just really rampant in Babylon, and how they're going to make a comeback. Which was, a lot to do with why I named this show today, about the kings, because in the Great Tribulation, there's going to be 10 kings, and it's the 10 horns of Daniel, and these, there's like three spirits that come out of the mouth of the false prophet, and the, 3 spirits like frogs. It's Revelation 16. And I saw from the mouth of the dragon, and from the mouth of the beast, and from the mouth of the false prophet, 3 unclean spirits like frogs. 3. They are the spirits of devils, working signs, and they go forth unto the kings of the whole earth, to gather them to battle against the great day of the Almighty. So say we got, the 7 years left, which they're saying 2030, right? That's Agenda 2030, is that they want all these people wiped off the face of the earth, right? So, and that does happen. Like a third of the population dies during the Great Tribulation. So, depending whether the rapture happens first, which I believe, there'll be millions of us that'll be gone. So you might have 7 billion people on the earth right now, and then a third of them die, but say 1 billion are already gone, then you got 6 billion, so that'd be like 2 billion that just die. What could cause 2 billion people to die? Marburg. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got an 80% death rate, so Ebola, like bleeding out of every orifice. What's that verse where it says, like their eyes will melt in their sockets? Bible Hub, Zechariah 14. It's a plague. It says, come on, where's the NLT? Sorry. I'll read the King James. Who cares? And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouth. Gross. So the eyes dissolving in their sockets, tongues dissolving in your mouth, your flesh dissolving. I mean, a lot of people think that that's like a nuclear bomb too. All right, so let's see. Divine intervention may destroy Iran nuclear sites. Scientists warn of a magnitude 7 earthquake that will hopefully eliminate Iran's underground nuclear facilities in coming weeks. Okay, so Israel, they have earthquake machines. Are they telling us that? That, yeah, I was bringing up the 10 kings, yeah. Yeah, and it said that about the kings. It goes out to the kings. So, yeah, we're on the edge. We're on the edge of eternity right now. Jesus could come in. King Jesus could come at any moment. And I expect either this year or next. That's my hope. I'm hoping this year, and I'm going to prepare for next year. Which means we're going to see if it's next year and the WHO does what they're going to do, there's no more freedom of speech, period. Is that, I mean, so we're going to be persecuted, which just tells me, well, hopefully it's only for a few months that we're like in deep persecution, because we're not going to shut up. I mean, Jesus gave us a mouth to speak, and we're his voice. And it says, if you go before kings, there's the kings again, kings and queens, and you stand before them, don't practice what you're going to say. Just let the Holy Spirit say what the Holy Spirit wants to say. And I think you got a lot of people doing that now. Just, you know, letting the truth roll off the tongue. It's so sweet. Let the truth roll. Let the truth come out. Because everything in the darkness is going to be brought into the light. That's prophesied. And we are his mouthpiece. Another bank, I'm not sure which one, plummeted again. So we're going to see a run on the banks, just so you know. The Russian Center for Culture and Science in the capital of Cyprus was set on fire due to a Molotov cocktail. That's this right here in Russia. I remember when they were burning a lot of the libraries and stuff, and people are saying, like, you want books because AI can change, like, your books. I mean, you know, online, they can make it, she's talking about the 15-minute cities, in the UK, I think, and so this is stuff I'm not allowed to probably, you know, put on here. So I am censored, you know, in a way. There's some truth that, you know, you're going to get knocked off for. That's definitely one of them. Because it's bringing up the, you know, the hokey pokey. Look.
It's their little complex. It's an underground facility. It's like a base. That's the top of it. Why in the hell Walmart Supercenter need that? See the Walmart trucks? There's a tunnel. You can go from in that building.
This is our Walmart here in Fernley, Nevada. Military trucks. And all these containers here.
Keep an eye on your Walmart.
In Medford, Oregon. I've been really intrigued by the idea that Walmart might become the processing center for martial law when FEMA camps start up. Humvees, tanks. See all that? So they're setting up for something. We don't know what it is or when it's coming, but we know it's going to involve Walmart and martial law. Okay, this is like 1 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning. Got military vehicles here at Walmart in Forney, Texas. What the fuck are military vehicles doing here at Walmart? Walmart has government contracts. What the fuck is going on in this country, people? Midland Walmart. Completely gutted. Reporting from Midland, Texas. Walmart. Reporting from the Springdale Walmart, or the closed down Walmart in Ohio. I want people to notice I'm on the back side of the compound, and this wire runs a lot farther than just the old Walmart. It wraps all the way up around David's Bridal.
That sounded like Dabu.
Neighborhood Walmart in San Jose, California. And this is what it has become. I did not want to believe it, but it's happening. Does this look like your friendly neighborhood Walmart to you? No. Anyone who knows anything about jail or anything about that knows what this is. That is a
I don't know about that.
the camera.
Maybe underground.
That's one. Keep going. There's 2.
Guess they could convert it.
Yeah. All these FEMA trucks. Restrooms.
So basically like outposts.
Cameras. All these weren't here by then. About 2 years.
It's basically, you know, like just like a big warehouse. They could do it at any warehouse, what they're talking about. But they're saying like a lot of these Walmarts have underground tunnels and stuff. This is strange. Check this out. When the Spanish flu happened in 1918, they had just introduced radio waves. In 1979, they launched 1G. So influenza of 1979. Cholera was 1991, and that's when 2G was launched. Influenza was launched in 1998, and that's when 3G was launched. H1N1, the swine flu one, that was launched in 4G in 2009. That was in 2009. And then we got 2019, 10 years later. Look, all of these are kind of about 10 years, aren't they? 80 to 90, you know? Somewhere around that. Except for this one. But yeah, 5G was launched in 2019. Isn't that weird? So I wonder what 10G... Are they going to skip? Are they going to go from 5G to 10G? I mean, I keep seeing that. Like, I went to go get a new box the other day for my internet. And it didn't say 6G on the advertisements. It says 10G. And they were like trying to give me a free 5G phone. I'm like, screw that. I'm not going to do that. I was like, you trying to kill me? They all think I'm crazy. Oh, they were just like laughing at me. And my daughter probably, she's like with them on it. Like, she's okay with 5G. Her grandma got her a 5G phone. You guys probably all got 5G phones. You're like, Christy, what's wrong with you? Well, check this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got your 5G phone and you got the hokey pokey, you might just be a time bomb waiting to happen. I don't know. I'm not sure what their experiments are. And they're like, oh, well, you can turn it off. I'm like, yeah, but AI could turn it on. So I don't want that thing in my home. I don't want 5G. I'm drawing a line. My phone, and I told him that at Xfinity too. I was like, I'll throw it in the creek. I don't care. I'll do it right now. There's definitely going to be a worldwide outbreak of within the next 18 months, says Laura Loomer. The U.S. government has been quietly funding the hokey pokey for the blood coming out of the eyes, and the contracts are being signed. Some contracts are being signed for the PCR tests. U.S. is also giving out for, I can't say any of this stuff, but there's contracts being wrote up and given out. And WHO is going to, in May of next year, which is 1 year away, and you might think, hey, that's not, that's not tomorrow. 1 year from about today, they're going to say, you can't talk about any of this stuff, which you really can't talk about it now, but I'm saying like prison. For present, past, and future comments. So, bye-bye. See y'all there, like on FEMA Region 4, I think. See you in Region 4. Time Magazine. Is this real? I mean, look at what it says. Child sacrifice cult. Ninth Circle exposed. Guilty as charged. Brussels International Common Law Court of Justice. Did the Queen get exposed after she died? I don't know what this is about. Let's see what it says. New documents reveal that the International Common Law Court of Justice issued an arrest warrant for Queen Elizabeth in 2013. After nearly a year of litigation, she was found guilty and charged for disappearance of 10 children from British Columbia, Canada. Oh, wow. Look at those eyes. Well, they have to, get their adrenochrome. We need to tear down all devices belonging to 15-minute smart cities. They're the prison walls to enslave us. Let's hear what these people say.
We have our first question.
13th of December 2022. It was a Tuesday night. I'll take you back to the Norfolk County Council.
It was Tuesday during the day.
You made a decision on our behalf to vote in favour of a 20-minute neighbourhood plan for the County of Norfolk. Since then, we found out that Thetford, along with Attleborough and Rackheath, are to be considered for trial towns for said programme. What gave you the right to vote for me about an issue which is going to dramatically affect everybody? Why did you think that was okay to vote on our behalf without a public meeting, without consultation, or without any evidence being put before us as to how that's going to affect and detriment our lives, which it will. I don't consent. I don't need your help. Take it away. You're there as a councillor. You're there for us. You work for us.
Okay, so we all just have to understand the chains are on now. And we're like sheep being led to the slaughter. And she's a slave too. She thinks she's in charge. The guy thinking that he's standing up and saying what he's saying, we don't need you. Actually, that's going to change, because when the Ebola rolls out, or Marburg, whatever you want to call it, and you see people dying left and right, and then no one will have their businesses open, and where you didn't need them before, now you need them because they have all of the resources all locked up in some warehouses somewhere that they're going to delve out to you one meal at a time. And just, I just hope Jesus comes and we don't have to see any of that, but prepare anyway. I don't know. Like, there's things you can do to make it a little bit easier on yourself. Grow a garden, at least learn how to do it. Like, just do like a couple of plants every year, see what you can do, you know? See how many seeds it takes for you to be successful at growing a tomato plant or a cabbage or something. I don't know what that is. U.S. government involved in massive child trafficking operation. Does that look like the face of someone that would touch children or pet children? How about this one? Would Trump touch children? I don't think so. I think it's just Biden, because I've seen him sniff them. Seen him like go up their back like this, all the way up to their head. There was a couple of ones where I saw one recently where the guy was like brushing his forget what that guy's name was, like his child that he had there. Biden was just like standing there in the background, and Jeff something or other, I forgot his name. I might have it on here. Let's see. Sudanese biolab funded by Fauci, now in the hands of militants. This is what I'm talking about in Sudan. So it's got a deadly pathogen. They did fund deadly pathogens at the Sudanese biolab. And the militants have it in their hands. They're going to blame them, right? But Fauci funded it. Just remember that. And the DOD and the CDC. They all funded it. And now they're letting them take it and roll with it. Let them release it. This was an oil refinery in Illinois. Multiple emergency crews are at the scene this morning, with at least one person killed and another injured in an explosion and fire at a petroleum plant. Just another explosion, you know, oh, here's that thing. Look. Ooh, this is so creepy. Look at this. And, you know, it could be fake. I'm not saying. But this thing's like laying on a table. He lifts up the head. It looks like a demon. It's got gills. It's got swimming arms. It's got a big mermaid tail. Wouldn't you be creeped out if the thing started getting up off the table? Start swimming away? Look at the eyes. Ew, it almost looked like its eyes moved. Ugh. I don't know if it's real. Did you see it? Did you guys fall asleep over here? It's like the music every other year, a new song to sell. We will definitely lose weight on 10G. Yeah. We might become like a pile of ashes. They're planning on locking up 1 million of us. That's not that many. I think we're already locked up in our own homes. Pray and count your blessings. Yes, and I'm so thankful for you guys. So thankful for you guys watching with me, because it's just more fun. Alright, this guy, he has it out with him a bit. And good on him.
I'm looking for the one with Seymour Hersh because it's a policy and press hall event. So shouldn't we be talking about the Nord Stream since that's the biggest?
Do you remember that thing with the Seymour butts and all of those in that meeting room? I've got that somewhere. I'm going to have to play that again.
Story of the century, and you guys, you know, I mean, you have the executive editor of the New York Times there who came out with a phony story to try and block Seymour Hersh. It's just kind of funny how that happened, you know. I mean, did you even acknowledge Seymour Hersh? All of you are executive editors of papers that broke Pentagon, My Lai, Watergate. Is this the same papers or not? I mean, is there anything you've gotten right in the last 20 years, or am I mistaken about that? I mean, it's just kind of funny because Iraq, wrong. Syria, wrong. Russiagate, really wrong. Okay, I mean, the list goes on and on. So the last thing you could do to try and actually fix your reputation is acknowledge that through leaks, we had to find out that Zelensky was going to bomb Moscow on the anniversary. I mean, if you're so impartial, shouldn't you at least say, right, that Zelensky was going to bring us on the verge of World War III? That seems pretty fair. While Julian Assange rots in prison, all of you got, fat checks because he's in jail for doing your job. And you know what? Tucker Carlson ain't no Seymour Hersh, but he did something you guys are scared to do. Speak the truth and actually be critical of the war, which is why he was actually fired from Fox, because you are all cowards. Every single one of you.
Cowards.
None of you have actually had any relevancy. And you know what? The mainstream press is now dying. Nobody's ever going to listen to you again. You have no credibility with the public. The only people who care about what you have to say are elite assholes who have nothing productive to say anymore. And it's dying off. So, will you at least say something, either about Nord Stream or Ukraine or the fact that Zelensky brought us to the verge of World War III and the only reason we knew about that was through leaks? Go ahead. It's a free speech event, right? You guys are the press. Let's say something here. Mr. Khan, come on. You're the executive editor of the New York Times,
Everybody's microphones are like down in their hand. They're like holding them down like, I'm not responding to that. That's not in my script.
I'm just trying to get into some good trouble here, man. Woo. Listen, Karen, get out of my face for a second. I got to talk to these gentlemen. Okay. Well, I just want to hear what they have to say. Go ahead, I'm done.
Wait your turn. Wait your turn.
They're not gonna tell to you. Come.
Wait your turn.
You could project if we can.
I think it's important to hear everybody's point of view.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right.
I do think that we need to give our moderator a chance to ask other questions.
We're on the verge of.
Oh, we don't want your question. We want other people's question. He had like 15 points to make. They could have commented on any of them, and they don't even comment on one.
World War III.
We're not doing that. Let's go. Let's go.
Say something about this bombing. We blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. Listen, don't stand there while there are people rotting in prison. Nobody said anything about Uhuru, right? The socialists who are in jail for being critical of this war. God damn it.
Bless his heart. I mean, he just wanted one more thing, because he's never going to get to go inside another one of those buildings again, probably. Okay. Tucker, I think we're going to hear about you for the next month or two. I don't even really, I don't know. This is like, OMG, I peed myself. So maybe we'll listen to this one. Is anybody got to, oh, not that guy. Nope, sorry. I'm not playing it. I'm not putting up creepos. No trans. Nope. Powerful 7.1 earthquake strikes off Indonesia's Sumatra Island, briefly triggering a tsunami warning. That was on the 25th. That was yesterday. Oh, this is so sad. Look at this. 8-year-old little girl found on our southern border with 67 traces of DNA inside of her. Come on. Hey, babble off. You never rest. Pam says hi. 15 people in your Bible study. You should pop in sometime. Okay, this guy's doing something. Australia. He's gonna get in trouble. Don't it feel good though? I want to hammer one. I'd like to hammer one. Or 10 or 20. I get sick of that. Like, you go into Walmart and you got like, you go down an aisle and it's like right in your face. Like, they're like, we're watching you. Oh, this is creepy. Look at this. I don't like that music, though. That's not necessary. This is the Rothschilds and the Rockefeller and Kissinger. And he's like kissing their hand. Aren't they supposed to kiss his hand? He's kissing their hand. Tells you who's in charge, right? We're gonna have some children. Would you like the skulls of our children so you could incorporate it into one of your thrones? So you can sit on the skulls of the children that we've sacrificed? What is this? Here's another one.
Ma, you see this?
No.
What is
Holy
it?
shit! What the hell is that?
What is happening? What the hell? What is that, Mom?
It's just like,
What?
Ma, you see this?
No.
Computer generated or
Holy
something?
shit! What the hell is that?
What is happening? What the hell? What is...
Somebody's made that up or something, right? Is it an octopus or like what is it? I can't tell. Really grossed out. Alright, newly released photos and videos show a suspect accused of running one's New York City secret Chinese police station at fundraiser events with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. That's the guy that told the demon, like, get out of my chair. Remember that? It's still on YouTube. You could look it up. He's like talking to his chair and he's like points at the other chair and he's like, you know, like says something to that. Like, it's like yelling at the demon to get out of his chair. It says invisible person. If you want to look it up, it's Chuck Schumer tells invisible person to get out of his chair. But it's a demon. But you can't see it. It's just like you can see that he's talking to the empty chair. Alright, so let's see what this is about.
So newly released photos and video show a suspect accused of running one of New York City's secret Chinese police stations at fundraising events with the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer out of New York and the Mayor Eric Adams out of New York. Brian Yennis is in New York with more on how this happened. Brian, good morning.
Yeah, Bill, good morning. 5 months after the world was warned about this now closed, illegal secret police station behind me here in Chinatown, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Mayor Eric Adams were seen rubbing elbows with the man suspected of running the so-called police station as an agent for the Chinese Communist government. The video shows Harry Lu Jinwang giving Adams a proclamation at a March gala hosted by the nonprofit Fukian American Association. Last week, Harry Lu was one of 2 men arrested by the FBI. They're accused of operating a shady cultural nonprofit, the American Changlua Association, as a front for an illegal secret police station that tracked and harassed Chinese nationals in the U.S. and tried to influence U.S. policymakers. Records show that Harry Lu and his co-defendant made some $32,000 in political donations to New York Democrats, including Mayor Adams and Governor Kathy Hochul. An activist warned the CCP community is operating the United Front Work, a network of police stations, aid centers, and cultural associations throughout the U.S., in part to try to influence politicians like Schumer and Adams.
They should have done their homework before talking to people who are considered, influential community leaders.
Do your due diligence before you go and meet these people. Be aware that you might be used for propaganda purposes, that you might be used to legitimize these individuals.
The chairman of the Congressional Select Committee on the CCP says politicians need to be on alert about these Chinese cultural associations.
Is what Xi Jinping calls the CCP's magic weapon. Most Americans, including our fellow elected officials, aren't aware of what United Front Work is, and many may be unwitting targets.
Mayor Adams' office says he went to the event to support the community, and he did not know the suspected Chinese agent. No word yet from Schumer. Bill.
Wow. Story goes on.
Because he's just laughing. He thinks that's funny, probably. Like, he's already, doing stuff with other illegitimate people and selling us out. So he doesn't have to say until he gets, pulled into a courtroom somewhere and then pays off the judge or whatever. Like, has blackmail on the judge. Like, all those people that are in office right now are all blackmailed. Protect this man and his invention before satanic parasites catch him. Oh, this is kind of strange. Check this out.
Self-powered TV that we have designed.
Self-powered TV that we have designed.
The first in the world to have such kind of a technology where a television is powered with a radio frequency. So
the television is powered with a radio frequency.
As you can see right now, I'm powering this television. So this is the first television in the world that uses self-power to say. It is all in one. You don't need to put it on electricity or on solar panel or anything.
No electricity, no solar panel, nothing.
It is a complete solution. Behind the television, you can see that there is a microsonic energy device, this box. This is the device that is converting radio frequencies in.
This box is, giving off radio frequencies. That's all you need.
To pure energy. As you can see, the power of the cable was supposed to be here. On all traditional televisions, power comes here, but there's no power, as you can see. The television it is working as it is. So in layman, I think this television is we can call it a self-powered.
Self-powered with radio frequencies. Pretty cool, huh? Maybe the new wave of the future. Okay, this is saying what's in the news. Look at this. The CIA killed JFK. That was in the news. 9/11 was an inside job. That was in the news. SARS-CoV-2 is a U.S. bioweapon. That was in the news. Clot shots are a depopulation tool. That was in the news. Hunter Biden laptop revelations. That was in the news. Huge money laundering through Ukraine. That was in the news. U.S. government blew up Nord Stream. That was in the news. U.S. government wants World War III. That was in the news. Life goes on like nothing happened. So that's what that read. We just read that. Tedros! Oh, where's my GIF? I need my GIF of Tedros. Let's find the GIF. Yes, we must have the GIF, Teddy boy. Here we go. Do the dance. Do the dance. There we go. There's the Tedros dance. Woohoo! All right. Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus is not a medical doctor. He is a member of the Tigray People's Liberation Front, which means classified a terrorist organization by the U.S. government in the 90s and still is cataloged in the global terror database today. Why is this man the head of the WHO? What do you guys think? Time for a big catch up. This World Immunization Week. I'm not sure what this is. We must ensure that more children and their communities are protected.
Millions of children who missed out on life-saving vaccines during the pandemic, like the pneumonia, measles, and HPV vaccines. By restoring lost immunization progress to at least pre-pandemic levels, we can secure healthier futures for our children. It's also urgent we strengthen health systems so they can deliver vital services such as immunization to keep outbreaks at bay. From new parents to presidents and prime ministers, we all have a role to play in promoting vaccination to protect the adult in every child and the future of every adult.
Alrighty then. I think I made my point. Alright. 3,000 strong migrant caravan begins walking toward U.S.-Mexico border. Is it caravan season already? Here we go, guys. Alright, and then this. Here we'll give Tucker his a flashback.
Time to check in with our lizard overlords in Davos, Switzerland. What are they up to? Well, this. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks. We appreciate your watching so much. We'll be back tomorrow. Actually, back Monday.
And
God willing. Have the best weekend with the
God willing, you're not gonna come back though. I'm sorry, Tucker. Okay. Nikola Tesla. Oh, this? I had never seen this video. I'm kind of creeped out. Babies have anencephaly because of a change in their genes of chromosomes by a combination of genes and other factors such as hybridization of different species.
When we create an organism that is a mix between a human and a monkey, we're really not sure at all what sort of organism we have created. I mean, is it a human? Is it a monkey? Is it something in between?
This is in China.
And that raises ethical issues because we don't know how we should treat these creatures ethically. Can we simply use them in scientific experiments? Can we destroy them in experiments when we really don't know what sort of organism they are? About us not being sure what sort of organism we create, how we should treat it, is not so much of a problem for the research we're discussing here, because in that research, as you mentioned, the human-monkey chimeras.
What an ethical mess. According to 2 papers published in National Science Review, scientists in China have successfully cloned monkeys with genetic disease symptoms. Researchers from the Chinese Academy of Sciences used the CRISPR-Cas9 method on in vitro fertilized monkey embryos. With no BMAL1 to help manage their circadian rhythm, the resulting monkeys exhibited a wide range. After taking a fibroblast from the gene-edited monkey, scientists used somatic cell nuclear transfer to replace the nucleus of a monkey egg cell with a fibroblast nucleus. 325 embryos were implanted in 65 surrogate monkeys. All 5 cloned monkeys carried the altered BMAL1 gene introduced in the donor monkey.
For biologists, this term describes any organism whose body consists of cells from 2 different organisms. Why am I telling you about this tonight? Because scientists recently tried creating the world's first human-monkey chimera.
This is exactly what scientists. They integrated human cells into the embryos of a macaque monkey. In simple terms, they created embryos that were part monkey and part human. What happened next? The embryos were grown in the open in a laboratory for 20 days. About it. We still don't fully know what the drawbacks or benefits of creating a human-monkey hybrid could be, but
what are we in for, people? What are we in for? If they'll do that, what will they do to us? Right? Oh, I put this in, I think it was Sylvia's server last night. Look at this. This is the agenda for 2030. Okay, remember I was telling you 2030? One world government, one world cashless currency, one world central bank, one world military, the end of national sovereignty, the end of all privately owned property, the end of the family unit, depopulation, control of population growth, population density, mandatory multiple vaccines, universal basic income, austerity, microchip society for purchasing, travel, tracking, and controlling, implementation of a world social credit system like China has, trillions of appliances hooked into the 5G monitoring system, Internet of Things, government-raised children, government-owned and controlled schools, colleges, universities, the end of private transportation, owning cars, all business owned by government and corporations, the restriction of non-essential air travel, human beings concentrated into human settlement zones, cities, the end of irrigation, the end of private farms and grazing livestock, the end of single-family homes, restricted land use that serves human needs, the ban of natural non-synthetic drugs and naturopathic medicine, and the end of pretty much you and me and our free speech. So there you have it. That's their agenda for 2030, which is 7 years away. So if the apocalypse starts, then all this will be pulled into use. And they'll have their depopulation because a third of the world dies pretty much automatically. And the Internet of Things is ready to go. As soon as they're, the 5G system's up. It's going. So, in 7 years, the whole control mechanism, it'll pretty much start right away. Like, all of this is ready to go. Ready to go. They've already got everything planned. Okay, this right here is nefarious too. Alright. Nefarious gets demons right. Peck had been asked to evaluate a woman, though have a variety of mental illness, whose treatment he described as initially proceeding down the typical path of other patients during the session, where he called into question her intelligence and then exclaimed she was faking her psychosis. Jersey changed instantly and manifested an icy, evil facial derisiveness that chilled him to the bone, something Peck described as the most haughty look he's ever seen. Demons are running rampant right now. And that's why one of the things that that I put in my server about was that Jonathan Cahn interview. I can't remember who did the interview with him, though. And he was talking about the three kings, and he was talking about, you know, like that whole thing with the trans and, you know, turning you into something that you're not. And that's what the whole agenda is right now. Like, it's in just about everything. Every day I have to look at that crap all over Twitter. It's disgusting. And I'm not going to put it on my show. But it doesn't mean it's not there. Like, these demons, they want to hurt us. They want to kill, steal, and destroy. I would play you, Tucker, doing the Dancing with the Stars, but he was god-awful. I mean, it was just terrible.
All right. This is a cha-cha.
Let's see. Let me see if I can just... Yeah. Okay, so he sits there for a few minutes and doesn't dance at all. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. He sits there for a few minutes, doesn't dance at all, and then look what a crappy dancer he is. Is he just playing, maybe? Maybe he's a good dancer. I was hoping he'd be a good dancer. Alright, let me play it. Oh, is it not going to work? Aw. Alright, maybe if I go here. See how good the masks are? Did you see that? Oh, come on. It's not gonna play. Whatever. He's a terrible dancer. Okay. This was his last segment on Fox. You guys don't care, right? Look, he was fishing. We'll watch this one.
How you doing?
Great.
I didn't know you could fish here.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that? What's that?
It's called a video camera.
Oh,
I didn't know you could fish here.
You can?
You can?
Yeah.
What are you fishing for?
Are you videotaping me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're in public, I can.
Well, I know you can.
Okay.
I'm not challenging your right. I just
Okay.
want to know why you
I find it interesting that you're fishing in Central Park.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely allowed.
Okay.
It's allowed in 3 ponds. It's allowed in the pond.
I've never seen anybody fish here before. I videotaped that, which I find interesting and unique about the city of New York.
Well, it's a good thing. Yeah, you can. You can go right on the Central Park website, and it'll tell you you can fish in the mirror.
Yeah, no, I'm not challenging the fact that you can. I'm just curious. I've never seen anybody fishing.
It's not very good fishing, and there are too many people around.
What kind of fish are there?
There are largemouth bass.
In this thing here?
Yep.
And what do you use for bait?
I fly fish, so I use flies.
Do you catch the flies yourself?
No, flies are... I'll show you.
Oh, those are the things you make.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, the string. I'm stupid. I don't fly fish.
It's all right. Most people don't.
I've been like deep, seawater, deep sea fishing on party boats and such, friends' boats. Oh, okay.
See, and you tie them.
Yeah. You tie your own flies?
I do, yeah.
You do? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in California.
Yeah, you did a lot of fly fishing out there?
Not really.
No?
But I learned in later life, and it's a great pleasure and a great sport.
It's like relaxing, right?
Very.
Right.
And,
You live in New York now?
No. Well, I do live here part-time, actually.
Okay.
I can tell by your manner that you're from New York.
Get the hell out of here. Is it my accent?
It's everything about you, I would say. So when you videotape people, and I don't mind,
Right.
but I bet you some people do.
Yeah, they assault me sometimes.
Is that true?
Yeah. It makes for good video, though.
What do you do with the video?
I put it up on my channel. I have a lot of people that follow me.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's great.
That's pretty cool, huh? Just like a normal guy. was fun. What's this? Israel destroyed this mosque in Palestine, but Zionists can't stop the sound of the beautiful... What mosque is that? I don't know about this. I don't know about this. It just happened up on here. I went ahead and did it. Okay. What else we got? DuckDuckGo signed a secret deal with Bill Gates to track users online. So there goes your DuckDuckGo, guys. Oh, I'm sitting here going, why isn't anybody saying anything? I didn't see it. All right. Oh, yes. Penelope. Oh, I miss Penelope. I miss all the people that we used to chat with. This was a massive fire in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure what it is. Like a distribution center, I think, from memory. Yeah, distribution warehouse. I don't know what they distributed. Here's a good one. This is a good one. 2 minutes.
Take the rest of the minute. We're supposed to do one question at a time. Which one would you like? That was part of the format for the debate. So which question? I want you to fill in the story of the rest of the beginning of the universe. God, spiritual matter, impact on material matter. Okay. So 2 questions. All right. Go ahead. All right, your question, where did God come from, assumes that you're thinking of the wrong, obviously it displays that you're thinking of the wrong God, because the God of the Bible is not affected by time, space, or matter. If he's affected by time, space, or matter, he's not God. Time, space, and matter is what we call a continuum. All of them have to come into existence at the same instant, because if there were matter but no space, where would you put it? If there were matter and space but no time, when would you put it? You cannot have time, space, or matter independently. They have to come into existence simultaneously. The Bible answers that in 10 words. In the beginning, there's time. God created the heaven, there's space, and the earth, there's matter. So you have time, space, matter, created a trinity of trinities there. Just, time is past, present, future. Space has length, width, height. Matter has solid, liquid, gas. You have a trinity of trinities created instantaneously. And the God who created them has to be outside of them. If he's limited by time, he's not God. The guy who created this computer is not in the computer. He's not running around in there changing the numbers on the screen, okay? The God who created this universe is outside of the universe. He's above it, beyond it, in it, through it. He's unaffected by it. So and the concept that a spiritual force cannot have any effect on a material body, well then I guess you'd have to explain to me things like emotions and love and hatred and envy and jealousy and rationality. I mean, if your brain is just a random collection of chemicals that form by chance over billions of years, how on earth can you trust your own reasoning processes and the thoughts that you think? Okay, so your question, where did God come from, is assuming a limited God. And that's your problem. The God that I worship is not limited by time, space, or matter. If I could fit the infinite God in my 3-pound brain, he would not be worth worshiping, that's for certain. So that's the God that I worship. Thank you.
That's my king. I put my faith and trust in the all-powerful, all-knowing, and he's omnipresent. He's everywhere all the time. I put my faith and trust in him. Time, space, and matter. I like this debate with the atheists, because the atheists are so lost. Oh my gosh. It's so sad. And all they can do is mock God and bring up stuff that just disgusting filth. Here's another good one. This is pretty good.
And actually, Brandon, as you've become an apostate. I don't think you started that way. I think you had a initial profession of faith. You had commitments, and I think now you're an apostate because you deny God's word, and his word is the foundation of all of what is true and lovely and wise. But and this is a personal question, you don't have to answer it, but it's you're bringing it up, so I'll ask it. I've watched your videos. You have admitted to struggling with homosexual desires and lusts before you fell into apostasy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so there was something going on in your life on a personal level, things that you were desiring and wanted that were coinciding with your deconversion, your falling into apostasy.
First, I mean, I obviously reject that I have fallen into apostasy or deconverted.
You deny Scripture as the ultimate foundation of life. You are an apostate. You are an apostate. You teach. Brandon, I'll say this with respect to you because you're in the image of God. I want to respect the image of God in you. I want to respect you and be friendly to you. But you teach others to entertain their lusts, satisfy their lusts, things that God explicitly condemns in His Word. And so I love you in Jesus' name. But you are an apostate, you are a deceiver, and you reject the Word of God. And let's be honest, Brandon is the reference point. You are the reference point.
Jeff, I appreciate you saying your perspective. I obviously disagree. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not interested in playing the orthodoxy game. You know that.
We're talking about Scripture.
I want to hear more about that. This guy, Jeff Durbin, I don't know him. But the thing that he was saying about not believing in the Bible, like people are starting to apostate or leave the faith because they're saying that there's errors in Scripture or the Scripture is not true in places, like it's part truth, part lie, like people have changed it. But that's like the devil's number one tactic, is to get you to think that you can't put your faith and trust in the Word of God. So this foundation that we have to full on believe that whenever it looks like there's an error, just like say to yourself, like, you're not interpreting this properly. If you can think that God is not good, you got something wrong. Go back to the beginning. If you don't think that God created everything and that the Word of God is part truth and part lie, if you believe that the Bible's not all truth, then you don't have a firm foundation. And you will apostatize, or whatever it's called. You will fall away. You have to believe in the Bible. And then just think like Tucker Carlson was saying. And you guys should go watch that interview. I forget who it was with. But it was there was like Liberty Bells in the background. But he was saying there's good versus evil. God is good and Satan is evil and all of his imps, and you got goodness, mercy, faith, justice, truth, love, peace, all these fruit of the Spirit and everything. That's on one side. And then you got the opposite of that. You got lies and filth and, he said cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So that's what Tucker was saying. So the opposite of that is filth. And so all of these opposites of what is good, if there's any of that you're like bringing into the Bible, like God is a murderer, God is like kills children or whatever, like there was a reason. There was these the seed of mankind needed to go on, and it was because of our disobedience in eating the fruit and entertaining the evil. And when the fallen angels came and slept with women and made giants, the seed became corrupted. So all those people had to die. Like, what would you do with that monkey that we just watched? Is that, wouldn't you kill it? It's an abomination. It's not right. That thing's not created in the image of God. Does it make sense why God would say go kill all the children if you know that? I mean, when you start thinking that the Bible's not true because of this or that, think there's something I don't understand. There's an interpretation that I'm not getting. I'm not seeing this properly through the eyes of God. There's something I don't understand. I don't know. Knowledge isn't, it doesn't come easy for us. We're human beings. We barely use, I think it's like 10% of our brain. Well, I might use like 5%. This is Biden's commercial. And it starts off with the Capitol and everything, and it's such an example of what is wrong in this world. And it just makes me want to vomit, but I can play it if you want. I don't want to. It's my channel. I don't have to, right? I'm sure you'll see it over and over. So let's not play it. I can't play this. It's talking about something with the hokey pokey. This is from the 90s. I don't remember what it was. I forget. I don't want to play it. Another one with the Sudan. Oh, they got to get these people. There's 16,000 Americans registered in Sudan. Many others do not register. So there's more than 16,000 Americans in Sudan. They're closing all the embassies. Remember this happened already in Afghanistan? And they need to get them out of there. There's no evacuation plans. They're just going to be stranded there, just like Afghanistan, and they're all going to die. Because Sudan is like a 90% Muslim or something. Maybe 99%. So we're looking at a catastrophic nightmare again in Sudan. And the biolab's been put in the hands of the militants with some terrible bioweapons or whatever. Oklahoma passed a law protecting drivers who unintentionally kill or injure rioters while they're fleeing. Because they'll just come and attack your car. They'll come and kill you. So if you end up hitting 1 or 2 or 3, start counting points. 5 points, 10 points. I'm just kidding. They're passing a law. I guess it happens so often in Oklahoma now. Yeah, here's the one where 12 Biden family members are involved in influence peddling schemes. There's not going to be anybody left for a Christmas picture. It's the entire family. So Biden's whole family is, well, I would say screwed, but they'll probably get out of it. I don't even want to know. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is a baby. They would say it's a clump of cells. I think it's 8 days old. Look at it. Did you see it blink? Look at it. Look at its little feet. How did they do that? Some sort of new technology or something? Oh, it's 8 weeks. I thought that was really cool. Watermelon seeds have one of the highest nutritional content of any seeds. They are high protein, good fats, minerals like magnesium, zinc, and copper. Now, if I swallowed a watermelon seed when I was a kid, my parents would say that I gotta have a watermelon growing in my belly. Did your parents tell you guys that? Okay, what is this? I love showing this stuff to you guys. What is this? Watch. Watch, watch. Watch. Get ready. Here it goes. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna... Look at that. Did you see that? What was that? They slow it down. What was that? Look. What was that? Frame by frame. I don't know. Very strangeness. It says unexplained submerged phenomena filmed by ROV off the coast of Sanriku, Japan. It might be a high-speed rail line. All right, this was a dragon. I forget where it was at, but it caught on fire. They didn't mean for it to catch on fire. Dear, it's not supposed to happen.
Please, due to unforeseen circumstances, this performance of Phantasmic cannot continue. We apologize for any inconvenience this may
Oh, it's continuing.
enjoy the rest of your evening here at Disneyland. Once again, this performance cannot continue due to unforeseen circumstances.
Oh, it's continuing.
Les pedimos disculpas por cualquier inconveniente y esperamos que disfruten el resto de su noche en Disneyland. Una vez más, esta presentación no puede continuar debido a circunstancias.
I love it.
Gracias.
Oh, if I could have been there. Oh, he's got out the little hose. Disneyland. Mickey slayed the dragon. Oh my gosh. You guys gotta see how dumb people are.
How many seasons there are?
12. I don't know. 12?
Yes.
What language do the people in Idaho speak?
Potato.
Wait, what? What language?
I don't know. The first thing that came to mind was potatoes.
How many states make up the United States? Guess a number if you don't know. 5. Yes. What continent are we on right now?
What continent? I think like North Africa.
What's 3 times 3 times 3?
18.
Yes. How many cents are in $1?
How many cents are $1?
Yeah.
1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 6.
Yes. Do you know what country we gained our independence from?
Mexico, right? No, that's so wrong. Russia, no. I don't know.
Give me a final guess.
Canada, I don't know.
Yes. Do you know what year the U.S. was founded?
1827.
Yes. It's a shape with 4 sides called.
I don't know. I haven't done something with shapes since like 5th grade. Kind of thing.
Yeah. If you had a guess.
I don't know. Like I don't. Alright. I know what shapes have 4 sides, but I don't know the name for it.
Yes. Can you name 3 countries besides the USA?
Alabama,
That's 1.
New Mexico,
2.
and Connecticut.
3. It's too easy for you. What is 1 quarter plus 2 dimes?
1 quarter plus 2.
How much money is that?
That's 65 cents. Is it? 65 cents?
Yes. Can you tell me what time this is?
Okay, I know the long one is the hour,
Yeah.
so that's 10. Oh my god.
10.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys feel stupider? Or do you feel really smart? Oh my gosh. Okay, they're saying that there's tribunals. I don't believe that. That was like 2020. And they're saying like all these people are in jail. That's bull. Robert Kennedy's running for president, if you guys didn't know. This was a trick that you could do to make your computer faster, but I don't know about it. I'll go ahead and play it. Since it's 20 seconds, and I'll make it bigger so you can see it.
If your internet is slow, I'm going to show you how to make it 10 times faster. Hit Windows and go to Settings, then go to Network and Internet and select Ethernet. From there, hit Change Adapter Options, right-click on your network and hit Properties, then hit Configure and go to Advanced. Find where it says Speed and Duplex and choose the highest duplex value, and boom, your internet is going to be way faster. If your internet is slow, I'm going to show you how to make it 10.
I need to do that. Somebody remind me to do that. Here, let's do copy link, and then I'll go back and look. All right. The solar storm. Did you guys see the northern lights the other day? Anybody in the north get to see the northern lights? I heard it was beautiful. I think that's near the throne of God, because it says, is Mount Zion in the sides of the north, the city of the great king. So he's in the north, which could mean, you know, up near the northern parts of the world. Oh man, this guy exposes the space station. All the little quirks. You want to see it? It's pretty good.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Today I'd like to bring to your attention a potential fraud on an enormous scale happening in your county. There's now clear evidence of NASA using numerous methods to grossly mislead the public about astronauts being on the International Space Station. During interior ISS scenes from NASA's own live feed, the use of wires, harnesses, green screens, and virtual reality have been detected to achieve the appearance of a weightless environment. Examples of this include astronauts fading in and out of the screen, green screen glitches, grabbing objects that aren't really there, pulling on invisible wires, getting tangled in their harnesses, and even astronauts appearing out of thin air. This begs the obvious question. If they're really up there, why are they using Hollywood techniques to fake the footage? Now, unfortunately, I can't show you these clips in here today, but I will be sending them to you. Outside the International Space Station, during spacewalks, air bubbles have been recorded on numerous occasions. How is it possible for air bubbles to be present in the vacuum of space? I once questioned astronaut Scott Kelly about this phenomenon. His body language and answers only created more questions. In 2013, astronaut Luca Parmitano nearly drowned during a spacewalk when his helmet filled with water. This happened again just last year. Air bubbles, helmets filling with water, and drowning. Are they in space or are they underwater? Now, what's really interesting is that they train for spacewalks in an underwater pool with a complete ISS replica. Now, surely they aren't filming these spacewalks in an underwater pool and then editing them to appear if they're in space, because that sure would be something, wouldn't it? I'm calling on the Brevard County Commissioners to open a full investigation into NASA's fraudulent practices and use of taxpayer dollars. It costs NASA $3 billion per year to operate the ISS, and if they don't have a darn good explanation as to why they're faking these videos, I and the public would like a darn good explanation as to where our tax money is going.
Yes.
And if they are indeed faking the funk, it is our duty to expose and eliminate this fraudulent and astronomically wasteful ISS program. And look, I know what you're all thinking. The NASA is part of the federal government, and you're just county commissioners. Even if what I'm saying is true, what can you do? But let me remind you, not only is this happening in your county, as public officials, you have the platform and the ability to make a statement or hold a press conference, alerting the public, state, and federal authorities to investigate further. You have the power to start the conversation. Video evidence of everything I described today will be emailed to you all, and I truly hope we can get to the bottom of this. I look forward to the day that $3 billion annual budget is put towards our veterans, our homeless, maybe some of that mental health stuff the young lady just spoke about, and the revitalization of Brevard County.
And Lord protect that guy, because he's a hero. Let's see. What you're focusing on moves you forward. Okay, we got a bit of encouragement, I think, here. Please, God, don't let it be clown world.
You're complaining. You know what you're doing? You're focusing on everything that's wrong in your life. What you focus on, you move towards. Yep. And also what you focus on, you attract. So you're complaining. You know what you're doing? You're focusing on all the shit in your life. So you know what you become? You become a giant shit magnet. You attract shit into your life. You focus on shit, you'll attract shit and go towards shit, right? Stop fucking complaining. You can take fucking control of your life and be a person that's not a creature of circumstance, a creator of your own life, creative circumstance, and that's the empowered way to live.
Yeah.
You're complaining. You know what you're doing?
No more complaining. No more complaining. Stop complaining. Who's the perverts? Let's hear this one. Boy, this is a good show, isn't it?
Tonight I'm filled with righteous indignation. I want to define something for you tonight. The definition for pervert. It means to lead someone away from what is considered right, natural, or acceptable. This book has been permitted in 6 schools in the Wake County Public School System. I'll read just a little bit of this perversion that we have allowed in the school system. So he bends me over the bed and on the blowjob tip. It says, use your... Doesn't it make you cringe as I read that to you? Makes you crawl in your skin. It's a dastardly deed. The question today is, who is the pervert that's allowing this to be purchased and delivered to our library? Who is the pervert that signs off on this bill?
Bill.
Who are you? What do you stand for to accept this? Can you be in your right mind and be decent as a human to allow this to be at the access and the fingertips of children? We know who the perverts are. There's one political party in this country that supports this junk. It's the Democrat Party. It's a party that castrates children, mutilates children, perverts children, grooms children, murders children, and indoctrinates children. We know who the perverts are. Who is the pervert?
As I said many times before, I'm Jill's husband. Teaching isn't just what she does, it's who she is.
I have never felt prouder of our profession.
We know who the perverts are. There's one political party in this country that supports this junk.
People fear what they don't know. And it's not because of intellectual incapability, it's just lack of exposure.
We are going to transform our nation's education system. And when we do that, we will change the course of our future forever.
That's heavy, ain't it? Oh, here it is. Oh, it's like 6 minutes long. Here, let me just skip half of it.
Goal entwined with that. No, that's a theological phenomenon. And that's kind of the point I'm making. None of this makes sense in conventional political terms. When people or crowds of people, or the largest crowd of people at all, which is the federal government, the largest human organization in human history, decide that the goal is to destroy things, destruction for its own sake. Hey, let's tear it down. What you're watching is not a political movement, it's evil. So if you want to assess, and I'll put it in and I'll stop with this. I'll put it in non-political, or non-specific theological terms, and just say, if you want to know what's evil and what's good, what are the characteristics of those? And by the way, you know, I think the Athenians would have agreed with this. This is not necessarily just a Christian notion. This is kind of a, I would say, widely agreed upon understanding of good and evil. What are its products? What do these two conditions produce? Well, I mean, good is characterized by order, calmness, tranquility, peace, whatever you want to call it, lack of conflict, cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. It's true, it is. And evil is characterized by their opposites: violence, hate, disorder, division, disorganization, and filth. So if you are all in on the things that produce the latter basket of outcomes, what you're really advocating for is evil. That's just true. I'm not calling for a religious war, far from it. I'm merely calling for an acknowledgement of what we're watching, which is not what, and I'm certainly not backing the Republican Party. I mean, ugh. I'm not making a partisan point at all. I'm just noting what's super obvious. Like, those of us who are in our mid-50s are caught in the past in the way that we think about this. One side's like, no, you know, I've got this idea, and we've got this idea, and let's have a debate about our ideas. They don't want a debate. Those ideas won't produce outcomes that any rational person would want under any circumstances. Those are manifestations of some larger force acting upon us. It's just so obvious. It's completely obvious. And I think two things. One, we should say that and stop engaging in these totally fraudulent debates where we are using the terms that we used in 1991 when I started at Heritage, as if maybe, you know, I could just win the debate.
Heritage Foundation.
I've tried that, doesn't work. And two, maybe we should all take just like 10 minutes a day to say a prayer about it. I'm serious. Like, why not?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so if you want to watch that, you can look up the Heritage Foundation, or if you're in my Discord, you can go over there. This is where the Northern Lights could have been seen, if you could have seen them. All the way at the bottom of Ohio got to see them. I was thinking, like, my parents got to see it when we lived in Ohio. But I don't think I was born. The Euphrates River drying up. You've probably seen this.
Be prepared. So that was 2020, and as you can see
30
here,
seconds.
2021, and the river is completely dried up. We aren't at the part of Revelation where the angels are pouring out their vials, but it's moving towards this time. And I believe that this is a foreshadowing, God giving a warning for people to have them in the same spot. You'll see right now, here's 2020, you'll see how full it is, and you'll see here in a moment just the level that it's dropped to. Just absolutely seeing Bible prophecy in front of our eyes. And this we know will come to pass because of Revelation 16:12, when the sixth angel pours out his vial on the river Euphrates, and the water therefore is dried up. So the kings of the east
can go forth into battle, which is coming. So there's the kings again, Apple. Alright, let's see. These people are in France, are building a wall in the middle of the highway with concrete. They're serious about their protesting. These guys here
puts muscles on the least athletic. Extension push-ups are among the toughest of the drills. As an incentive to excel, the color of the shorts the boys wear is determined by their ratings on performance charts. Some requirements for top ratings are stricter than for Annapolis plebes. A lad who has mastered the pegboard will find a military obstacle course a snap. 200 schools across the country have adopted La Sierra's program of 15-minute daily exercise on the grips.
And that's how fitness was in 1952. Let's see. AirPods are not safe to wear. Watch this.
And yes, it's putting out electromagnetic frequency, but it's when it comes here is when we know we get cellular damage, and the damage is, bad for the brain, and it causes problems. Many people are using these thinking, okay, my phone is further away, but obviously it's giving a signal from your phone that's being picked up by the wireless headset, and that, in fact, is the problem with the EMF. But again,
just why I
we
wear
have to
these.
show it to you. So let's just get right at it. Okay, so I'm looking at these readings right now, and let's just show point. Okay, so hold on. His phone came near me. You can't do that because literally I picked up his phone. I was pointing. Okay, back here now. He went away. I'm 0.03. You can't see that. 0.02, which is a very safe level. As Dylan came up to me, actually, it went to 0.1, 0.3. Okay, so you can see it rose up. 0.3. Now, cellular damage starts at 0.5. That's not my opinion.
I want one of
That's the
those
science.
EMFs.
So let's do the study, Vlad. Let's
detector
connect your music to that. Okay, you're playing. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this in to here. 1.9, 1.7, 2.3, 2.9, 3.4, 3.8, 4.6, 4. You see what's happening here? 0.5 is the damage point of DNA in cells, and yet he's far beyond that point. And again, I'm picking that up in between his phone, and especially right here, it's at the highest, right at the, look at that, 15, 17, 20, it's surging even higher right now.
His brain's so dead, he's just like, leave it in. I don't care, just leave it in, who cares? I'm gonna lose my hearing in my life one day. I would be like, take that thing out of it, get that thing out of my ear.
I mean, that's amazing numbers right there as far as when you understand what that's doing to his cells and his brain. Okay, now, let's for fun, let's compare wire. Let's do the old-fashioned state. Let's take a measure of this now. Same song, 0.03, 0.0, Dylan came close with his phone, 0.1, 0.2, still under 0.5, still hearing the same music. Okay.
But it's all in the wires. I can't get up. I can't move around. It's all wiry. I just gotta put it in my ear. Alright, look at this craziness.
This is the boy section? Yeah. Wow. Wow. Is this the boy section too? Yes. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. This is the boys section. Oh, hey, we got a boy shirt. Hold on. This is the boys section. We're in the boys section. Ma'am, is this, you gotta be kidding me. Is this the boys section too?
That is for boys.
Now, if this ain't pushing the agenda, I don't know what is. This is sick.
I'm so sorry,
Target,
children.
Do better. Yes, we're at Target. Look at this. So you can look like your sister. Isn't that something? Ma'am, where's the boys section?
Right there.
I'm so sorry to all the children who are being brainwashed in school, in the supermarkets, in the clothing stores, in the society, at your doctors, at your everything, at your colleges. I'm so sorry. Like, it's gone to the days of Noah, and it's sad. And be men, Just be strong, be men, be courageous, tell the truth.
Here's what gets me. So the director of national intelligence knew this thing came from a lab. The secretary of state knew this thing came from a lab. Common sense tells you this thing came from a lab. And frankly, even the guys who called us names knew it came from a lab because we have their emails. We have their emails from the start. Mr. Gary says, I don't know how this happens in nature. It'd be easy to do in a lab. Mr. Anderson says, this is not consistent with evolutionary. Everyone knew at the get-go. You knew at the get-go. And yet, they tell us just the opposite. Why?
Well, you left out the top public health official, a virologist, Dr. Redfield.
Dr. Redfield knew. He's testified, yes.
Also testified. So you did. You had the top diplomat, the top of the intelligence community, the top public health official, all telling you with some confidence level that the most likely origin of this was a lab leak. And I think that
okay, yeah, we know. All right, I think I'm going to end because I just... Oh, wait a minute. What's this one? Okay, let's see. We'll leave off on this one. I had a few more, but we'll leave off on this one. What is this? A spaceship? See that? And another one. Is that real? Oh, and I saw, you know the ball thing? I've seen another one now. I think that makes 3. Super fast, a ball. And it's like it's a saucer, but it's a ball. And it's not very big, about the size of that jet. I mean, which is pretty freaking big. But I'm just saying it's that one's bigger than the jet. But the one that I saw is like a ball. And it goes fast. And it's been seen in like places where there was military. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Just a couple lions escaped in China. Here's one with one captured in Ukraine. That's not a ball. So that's like a military thing. Let's see. Oh, look at this one. The weather being manipulated. Okay, I want to see if I can find it. Oh, this was sweet. The little chimpanzee. Oh, gorilla. An infant deer. Let's see. There it is. There it is. Okay, I'll leave off on this one. Another ball. Check out this ball. There it is at the bottom. See it? See? It's a ball. That's for real. The U.S. has released footage which it describes as a metallic orb caught by a drone over the Middle East, 2022. Hundreds of sightings of UFOs are currently being investigated, but none have been officially linked to aliens. That's our military equipment or something. It's a ball. It's flying. It's got direction. It turns and stuff. So I'll leave off on that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, mods, for keeping the room clean and all that. And I hope you had a fun time with me watching. I love you. See you soon. Oh, wait. I hit not yet.